Okay, so this unit, we're going to build on our animation work from last year, frame by frame, by looking at tween. We're going to recap frame and we're going to look at tween. So we're going to use a slightly different program. Under Start, all programs, if we go to Adobe Design Premium CS4, we can choose Adobe Flash CS4. So it's not Fireworks this time, it is Flash. The difference with Flash is it's slightly more complicated. It's slightly harder to use. You get a lot more options on the front, but we're just going to go for the top one that says Flash File Action Script 3.0. Okay, we'll just click that one. Like Fireworks, we get a canvas in which to put our information on it. It's not as easy to edit images from the internet, but it is easy to edit to create your own images. And at the bottom we have our timeline rather than being down the side. So what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to draw a fish. And we're going to do that by using the tools which are on this right hand side here. Now the beauty of Flash is you can get a shape, draw it, and then you can edit what you're doing. So I'm going to go to this here, the rectangle tool, and click and hold. And I've got other tools. I'm going to use the oval tool, and I'm going to use that one there, or you can use it up here if you want, and choose a colour for a fish. So I'm going to have sort of purple fish. And this is the strokes, this is the outline. So I'm going to choose a black outline, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to have a sort of ragged outline as well. 8 is quite big, so let's drop it down to 2. And now I'm going to draw my shape. So there we go, I've got my sort of jagged fish shape. Well, it doesn't look much like a fish, but what we're going to do is we're going to distort it, we're going to morph it and change it. If we go to the filled in arrow, what you should see is I've got a little dotted square there. If I hover over it, the edge, it turns into a curve. If I click and hold and I pull, it pulls that out. Okay, so I'll go back and show you again. So it's got a square. Go there, click and hold, I can pull it out. Now if I keep doing that, I can start to make some sort of fish shape. The one thing you've got to be careful of is if you click on anything and it goes dotty, that means it's been selected and you can't pull it. So to deselect it, you click outside. If you click it there and you try to pull it, it will pull that shape away. Now notice that the outline and the inside fill are separate in this program. Okay, so I'm going to go back, go right back to my original oval. Right, so I've gone back beyond. So I draw my oval and I draw my fish. Now I want pointed sections. If I hold the control key down when I do that, so I hold control down, I then get my curve and I drag. It's not control on this one, let's try shift. Hover over, jumped off, that's why. Shift isn't working. Alt. Alt is working. So I'm going to use the Alt key. What I found is sometimes different computers use a slightly different key, but I'm going to use the Alt key, ALT. So I use the ALT key and I've got a sharp point. So I'm going to do the same here. And now we've got some sort of fish tail. And I can keep playing with that to make a fish. Okay. If I wanted it to come to a sharp point here, I could hold there, Alt there, and drag it in. And Alt there again. Make a fish. Why don't we make a mouth? So Alt there, pull that in for a mouth. Alt there to pull that in for a mouth. There's a mouth just there, and just by playing about with it, I can get a sort of basic fish shape. I might want to add other sections, so I'm going to add an eye in. I'm going to make it white. I'm going to change my ragged edge to a sort of solid edge. Put an eye in. Again, if I want to use the filled in arrow, I can hold control down and do a sharp bit. And use sharp bits there to make a funky looking eye. Notice that it takes over the purple as well. Fish looks a little bit scary actually. And I'm going to do the same with a line here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to go one line there, one line there, one line there. The fins. Again, filled in arrow. Let's pull that down, down, pull that down. Another circle. This time I'm going to have a filled in circle here. Just put a little eye there. Okay, go back to build an arrow, and there we go. I don't know what's happened there. Let's put some funny lines on. Let's go back. I don't know why it's put those lines on. Maybe take the stroke down a bit, and that might help us. So there we go. We've got an eye. So I now have a fish. Okay, and all I've done is I've been drawing shapes. I've been clicking, hovering over it so the square goes to a curve. A curve, normally we'll just pull it straight out. Holding the Alt key down, we'll put it into a sharp point. And that is the first thing you need to do. You need to get fireworks up, and you need to make yourself a fish.